This is Andi Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by Umar Sadiq. Umar, first and foremost, congratulations on your unanimous decision victory over Kody Davies. Talk to me about your performance and the fight.
Thank you very much for having me. The performance, I thought it was a good performance. The crowd were entertained. I felt comfortable in there. I used my brain quite a lot. I got to show a lot of my boxing skill. Kody Davies was a very game opponent. He had a few good tricks. He knew times to step in and change his punches up. So, I had to really think and be smart in there. However, I've got a very good team. I trained very hard. I'm very committed. The hard work paid off and I'm really happy.
What did you make of the rounds as they progressed? Obviously, in the opening half of the fight, Kody seemed to want to put a lot more pressure on you than what he did in the second half. What did you make of his tactics? I thought he fought like a champ because from the end of the second round onwards, I can feel him fading gradually. And then, halfway through the fight, all of a sudden, he turned it up. And I knew that was going to happen. Like, I was so confident I was going to win the fight, but I knew if I didn't get him out of there, he was going to turn it up at some point. Why? The guy's undefeated. When someone's undefeated, they don't know how to lose. But secondly, he's got a lot of pride. He's a proud, undefeated fighter. So I knew, unless I was going to knock him out, there were going to be times when it was going to get tough. So I was well and truly prepared for it. And as you saw, I handled it. I mean, that 8th round in particular was one which I think a lot of people will remember, certainly for the rest of this year. Yeah. What was your thoughts? You're both just standing there and trading throughout the entire 3 minutes. A brilliant round. Yeah. What was going through your mind there?
Like I said, I trained very hard. I've got a very good team. We trained really smart. And at every single point in the fight, including that 8th round, whatever was happening, what was going through my head was, I know I can do this for the rest of the fight. Can you? So I was prepared to turn it up as much as... The only one time when I let him work when I didn't is only because I thought, it was the first time he turned it up and I thought he was going to stop punching and he didn't. But after that, every time he tried to go, I went with him. Because like I said, I could have done that pace for all of the 10 rounds. The only thing is my team, if anyone was could hear between rounds in the corner, they kept saying, keep it long, keep it long. But if it comes to banging it out and being in a pocket, I can do that all day long.
We saw on Thursday when you had your head-to-head, it got a little heated. Prior to that and before that, when I interviewed you, you was obviously a lot calmer. And then on Friday, things were a lot calmer. And today, when I saw you in the ring, you seemed to be in control of your emotions. Yeah. How easy was it, or how difficult was it not to allow what happened on Thursday to maybe play through your mind and to impact the way you performed?
You know what? On Instagram yesterday, I posted a photo or some shots from the weigh-in, and I put stoic or psychopathic. I wasn't joking. So, my strength coach Ricky's here. He'll tell you I'm very stoic and neutral. In a lot, just as a person anyway. I do get caught up in moments and have a good time, but I can switch off emotions whenever I want. So sometimes I scare myself with it. At the press conference when he did what he did, I responded because naturally that's what you do, but there were absolutely no emotions in me. Same as yesterday at the weigh-in. There were no emotions whatsoever. When it was all said and done, like I said, I've done my training. I'm very confident about winning. I'm going to get paid to fight in 2 days. I ain't going to fuck it up. Secure the bag.
I know you'll probably give me the answer, which a lot of fighters do, but going into tonight, did you feel any pressure? Because I've just heard you in your past interviews, just that you've just done, you said you have had a difficult year or so since that Zak Chelli fight, trying to get fights. You've had to go down your own route. You had to get right in from Frank Warren and Queensbury to say you can go on other shows. Yeah. Was there the pressure knowing that if things didn't plan out today, you don't know where your career would have gone because of the sacrifices you've made as well, giving up your past job?
A lot of times confidence comes from knowing that you've done what you have to do and from also knowing your ability. So last year I sacrificed everything. I put boxing, 2019, I put boxing before everything. Before my love life, my social life, my family life, before even my earning potential. I model part-time, I turned down modelling jobs. Because all I was doing was training and fighting. 6 fights in 9 months I had. So doing all of that and then training really hard for this camp, I'd never cheat on my diet, never cheat on sessions. Ricky would tell you, my coaches have to beg me not to do certain things in training. I'm the one normally pushing to do more. So I had every confidence that I've done everything I could possibly do. And I was either going to win or I've got to consider my options in boxing. So I was absolutely confident that I was going to win. And of course, I was aware that a loss today would have set my career way back. But, focus on the outcomes that you want, control the variables that you can control, and that's exactly what I did, and I got the outcome I wanted.
Do you feel that victory means more to you than what any other kind of fight would have done, knowing that Kody Davies had defeated Zak Chelli and somebody who you unfortunately lost to previously.
When I lost to Zak, immediately asked for a rematch because I didn't have the ideal prep going into that fight, and it's well documented. And if you look at today's performance and my performance against Zak, that says it all. And that was against a tricky southpaw tonight, so that shows you against an orthodox fight I can do even more. Anyway, ask Zak's team for a rematch.
Zak, we want a rematch.
Nah, we don't. Fuck Zak. Yeah, they turned it down. They snubbed me. They said, "What are you?" They literally said, "What do you have to offer us?" There's an interview of Zak even saying that, and I thought, do you know what? Fair enough. I don't have anything to offer you. When I saw Kody beat Zak, immediately I knew that was the fight I wanted. So in a roundabout way, I've avenged that loss, and this is for a British title eliminator. Zak's fighting for an English title next. I look at it as I'm past him now. I've indirectly got my revenge. You know, I'm not the youngest of boxers. I've not got that long left in boxing. I look at every fight as spending a currency. So I've got a limited amount of currency. Each fight I'm spending one token. So why go back that way when I can go up? You know, but that being said, if the fight makes sense at any point, if he's got something I need, because now I'm the one saying what you're offering me, if he's got something I need, then of course we could get it on. Otherwise, I'm trying to move on.
Let's talk about that moving on now. What is next for you? I know today was an eliminator for a British title. Do you anticipate you'll find out very soon as to where the land lies with that?
I think first I'm going to have to allow for the Wilder Fury storm to blow over. And of course, Frank is in Vegas. So I probably wouldn't even hear from him in the beginning of the next week. I'm probably going to go on holiday as well. So I don't know, within the next week or two, maybe see if we can sit down with Frank, have a meeting and plan what's next. But I think today I've solidified myself as a championship fighter, haven't I? So, we'll see what titles I'm fighting for next or what eliminators. But either way, I'm ready to go.
Aaron Richards obviously holds that British super middleweight title. Yeah. Another man who is with S-Jam Boxing management company. Yeah. You feel like you're going to have to go through that company now? Is how he's going?
Listen, there's a chance I'll do it. Laron is a friend of mine. We follow each other on social medias, platforms. We boxed together at the Repton. I've known him for a long time since we were kids. We supported and cheered for each other as amateur fighters. So, it's all good that way. But when it's all said and done, this is boxing, this is professional boxing, this is our careers. And if I get mandated for the British title, then I would 100% say yes. If he obliges, then we'll get it cracking. But if he moves on to something else, then I'll box somebody else. It all depends. We don't know. We'll see. But when it's all said and done, we're friends, so nothing personal. I'm not going to talk bad about him. But what I'm trying to say is, if I've got to fight him, I'm well and truly up for it.
My final word, how are you going to celebrate tonight?
Go and eat something healthy, maybe watch Wilder Fury, go to sleep.
That's probably the most boring answer I've heard to celebrate a victory.
But listen, fighters say they live this life, but they do the weigh-in and go eat shit and all that stuff. I genuinely live this life. Do you know what I mean? Win or lose, I live this life. But for the rest of my career, I'm winning anyway, so yeah.
Well, Umar, it's always been a pleasure to catch up with you this week, and congratulations once again. Enjoy your night, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you, Speak to Boxing Social.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you for having me. Guys, follow me on all my social platforms, Top Boxer Sadiq.